TV soap news, and SpoieltrsSalem is no stranger to deception, doppelgängers, and dramatic rescues. But the latest twist in Days of Our Lives could bring one of its most seasoned investigators, Steve Johnson, face to face with one of his biggest challenges yet. With Rafe Hernandez in grave danger, trapped in the eerie confines of the infamous DiMera crypt, only a sharp mind and an unshakable determination can uncover the truth and set things right. Could Steve be the one to piece together the puzzle and save Rafe before it's too late? Let's dive into the shocking twists that could be leading Steve down a dark and dangerous path. Poor Rafe just can't catch a break. Once again, he finds himself unlucky enough to be subdued and imprisoned in the dreaded DiMera crypt, one of Salem's most notorious locations for sinister plots and deep, dark secrets. But what makes this even worse is that Rafe was this close to exposing the dangerous game being played by none other than Arnold and E.J. DiMera. Just when he thought he had the upper hand, fate, and perhaps a well-timed interference from the DiMeras, struck back. Now Rafe remains hidden away, his absence unnoticed by most of Salem. But someone is beginning to suspect that something isn't quite right, someone who knows how to sniff out trouble. Steve's growing suspicion: something doesn't add up. Steve Johnson has seen it all. He's witnessed brainwashing, cloning, identity swaps, and more schemes than any normal person could fathom. But even for him, something about Rafe's behavior has been off. After attending the bachelor party and watching Rafe prepare to marry Jada, Steve couldn't shake the feeling that something just didn't sit right. The man standing before them may have looked like Rafe, spoken like Rafe, and even carried himself with Rafe's usual confidence. But there was something subtly wrong. Steve, never one to ignore his instincts, may voice his concerns directly to Jada. Could he plant the seed of doubt in her mind? Could he push her to ask herself the very same question he's pondering? Is this truly Rafe, or is there something far more sinister at play? DiMera deception, the doppelganger theory. When it comes to deception, the DiMeras are masters of the craft. Over the years, they've employed everything from mind control to surgical alterations to keep their enemies off balance. But this time, could they have resorted to a classic trick, bringing back an old face? Steve is well aware that Arnold, Rafe's doppelganger, was presumed dead. But in Salem, dead is a very loose term, especially when Dr. Wilhelm Rolf is involved. If anyone could pull off the impossible, it's the legendary mad scientist himself. Could Rolf have once again worked his dark magic, resurrecting Arnold, or even crafting another duplicate of Rafe? And if so, what purpose does this deception serve? The inevitable investigation. Steve puts the pieces together. Steve isn't one to let suspicions go unchecked. As he begins connecting the dots, he will undoubtedly launch his own investigation, retracing Rafe's last known whereabouts, questioning those closest to him, and digging deeper into the possibility that the man standing beside Jada isn't who he claims to be. But where will that search lead him? If Steve follows the trail of clues long enough, he may find himself standing before the cold, stone walls of the DiMera crypt, the very place where Rafe is desperately hoping for someone to find him. Will Steve arrive in time to expose the truth and set Rafe free, or will the DiMeras tighten their grip before he can make his move? What happens next? If Steve is the one to uncover this twisted conspiracy, the fallout will be explosive. Jada will be forced to confront the horrifying reality that the man she was about to marry is not the man she loves. Rafe, once rescued, will have a score to settle with E.J. and Arnold, if that is who's behind this elaborate deception. And as for Steve, if his suspicions prove correct, he may once again find himself in the middle of another war against the DiMeras, one that could have lasting consequences for everyone involved. The only thing we can do now is wait and see how this shocking storyline plays out. But one thing's for sure, Steve Johnson is on the case, and when Patch is on a mission, nothing stays hidden for long. Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.